Thank you very much for being at my channel and for letting me read for you. I am particularly excited for this reading today. Basically, the topic is heartbroken with a question mark. This will help. And truly, I love reading about love and relationships. It's, I think, where I excel the most in my readings. And I just really resonate with any of the like heartbroken energies. So I'll just say, if you're here and you're watching this and you are indeed heartbroken, I am so sorry, because that is a horrible feeling that unfortunately I do feel like everyone feels at some point. But I am very sympathetic to it, and I know the feeling of watching tarot videos if this is the vibe you're in or the space you're holding. So yeah, I really hope this video helps, and whether or not it predicts any future, I think is going to be less of my emphasis. It's just going to try to get you out of, or just try to help with whatever you're feeling. So really compassionate to that. And I know my videos can be a little bit like, I don't know, my gosh, like my humor can be a little dark, or I can say some snide remarks or be sarcastic, but I really do care. So just know that. Okay, and then also I will ask for you to like or subscribe or comment. I'm getting to that point where I'm pretty aggressively asking for that. And I'm going to say on the beginning of every card, please don't be the first one. Please don't be scared to be the first one to leave a comment. I just would love to see more comments, and I feel like that's a great way to grow my channel. So, okay, I'm going to zoom in on these crystal cards, and I'm going to give you a minute here. The names of them are on the back of the cards. They're beautiful. But really just go with the picture that really speaks to you. We've got a kind of pink and black purple theme here. And yeah, these are your cards. Pick your crystal. It can be an aesthetic, and can trigger a mood in you, whatever it is. And then up here we have rune cards, which are going to kind of like set the tone for your reading, and hopefully that's a good direction to take this. But really, if you are brokenhearted, give this a shot. See if it at least, it might even help you for 5 minutes, or give you a new approach or a new outlook. So, and I hope that's what it does. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna get into it, put the timestamps below, and you're gonna jump to your reading. So thank you, goodbye. Hello, this is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this video, for letting me read for you. We are doing a reading for Heartbroken, question mark. This will help, and I really believe this reading will help for so many reasons. One, because my energy is definitely that of someone who deeply understands the place of heartbreak, and just sympathizes and loves you and wants you to heal and be happier in whatever way that means. It could mean getting together with this person and living a happy life forever, or it could mean tossing them aside or moving on completely, whatever. But we're just gonna look into that a little bit. So these readings may be longer than 20 minutes, which is what I shoot for, but bear with me. I hope they're really worth the time and effort. So, okay, yes, and I'm gonna ask again, if you would subscribe or comment or like or interact with this in some way if you feel moved by it. I hope you feel moved to do that. Okay, so your crystal card, stunning, beautiful. This is amethyst, and you can't go wrong with amethyst. I don't know, it's an aesthetic, it's a mood, it is a color, it is everything. Like amethyst is, it's just beautiful. Too bad my camera doesn't do justice to much of, I don't know, there's a magic spot here, but we didn't find it. Okay, so I went ahead and picked a rune card, and this rune card, okay, so I'm gonna read, you're gonna not see my hands for a moment here. This rune card is called Kane, pronounced Kanazi, and I will tell you, the gist of this rune card, it's a fire card. The explanation of this is basically that you will receive these aha moments. This is the card of like sudden insight, illumination, creativity, kind of like seeing that light at the end of a tunnel, which is, I just said that because I love that term, but this is the light at the end of the tunnel card. There's literally a light at the end of this tunnel. And they say that this form of enlightenment comes when you realize you really need it. It comes in the form of creative projects, new pursuits, relationships, and there's a warning here that, okay, it basically says drawing this card could indicate that something needs definitive, like it needs to be decided definitively, to end or to be destroyed before there can be a beginning or a period of growth. And if that meant anything to you, I read the whole caption much more slowly. And what it means to me is that I think this relationship has been holding you back, or if not the whole relationship, where you are right now, this, and it's not just a mood, I'm going to call it a mood, but this truly heartbroken space you're holding it's brutal, and it is stifling, and it makes you feel like the walls are just caving in on you, and you have nothing to give and nowhere to go, and you're just a puddle on the floor. Or maybe you're like barely heartbroken and you're none of those things. But if you're really destroyed by this, or feeling it on every cellular level, it is akin to like just, a horrible, horrible, horrible feeling of nothingness. I will tell you, this card basically tells me that yes, there is a light at the end of your tunnel. This light will come. At some point, you're going to decide to feel like a creative energy. You're going to decide at some point to feel inspired by something small, something big, I don't know, but it tells me that there's really hope for you, and this hope is going to come in the form of something exciting or motivating, something like that internally lights you up for just a second even. And this is going to be kind of your moment of like, I know I can get through this, and here's how and here's why. And I don't know if it has anything to do if you're meant to be with your person or not, if you're ever going to get back together with them, but it does tell me that for your own sanity, your own well-being, your own progress, you need to find this creative outlet, this something to do, some place to put your energies. And okay, we're going to not talk about that much more, but we'll probably come back to it, because there's really something to that. And I guess one reason I feel so passionate about that message is I'll say I found tarot out of being deeply heartbroken. I mean, I discovered tarot because I was Googling like how to heal a broken heart on YouTube. And then I found these tarot videos, and they healed me. I don't know how many I watched, but like they healed me. And then it spurred the passion of reading tarot, which is a whole different thing and completely amazing. And if I had to go through that heartbreak to get right here, I wouldn't change a thing, which is insane because it was the worst. I can't even tell you how much it affected me. So, yeah, I just want to share that and say that if you're anywhere near that level of utter ick, you have an outlet creatively, or some passion will be sparked in you, and that will lift you. And maybe it will, I don't know, maybe it's there to make someone else see potential in you that they didn't see before, which like makes my stomach churn to say, or you will just be like, F you, I'm off, I really don't need you, I've got this. I don't know what it is, but wanted to share that message with you. And I don't know, maybe you're the only pile that I'm going to resonate with that intensely. But yeah, okay. Where are we going with this? So I want to see how you're feeling now. Okay, let's just, and Spirit's going to reveal these cards to you. Maybe your mood is even darker than you realize, or maybe it's happier than you realize. Like this is whether you realize it or not. Here's where you are now. So what are you really feeling now? We've got, I'm not going to do reversals for this. Okay, we've got the Four of Wands, King of Swords, and Two of Cups. So, okay, I think right now, okay, so this is definitely I'm sorry, I don't know what I said initially. I said 4. This is 5 of Wands. I just read it wrong. And 5 of Wands actually makes more sense. This is 5 of Wands, King of Swords, 2 of Cups. So the 5 of Wands is conflicted. You are absolutely conflicted. This is definitely a card of romance, or of like a true coming together. I mean, they have kind of like a meeting of the minds picture on here, but this is absolutely, in general, the card of two people kind of merging and like showing emotion. And it's a pretty loved up romantic card. It's a water card. You've got the cups. This is conflict. There's definitely a passion behind this. There's a drive. And then with the King of Swords, I like that we have like 3 different entities or elements here. We have someone who's very, very astute, very, very no nonsense. I mean, this could absolutely be like, like the Steve Jobs energy. just putting this on you and not trying to bring like how anyone else into this, but obviously you're conflicted. I really do think you're torn right now. And I would honestly say your conflict is between wanting your partner back, wanting to be with them, wanting to be this romantic Two of Cups, and also wanting to take that, like removing your heart from the equation and working with your head. And I'm going to tell you, if I look at this, because this is the King of Swords, this is a pretty powerful energy. This is a king. We've got a king card on the table. I would say your head is winning the war right now and not your heart. And for the sake of this, because you're heartbroken, and we all tend to side with the person who's heartbroken and not the heartbreaker, not the heartbreaker or the heartbreak-y, and you're the heartbreak-y. I'm glad you're leading with your head and not your heart, because I don't know that this person, I don't know that they deserve you. I don't know that you have any place being with them, whatever. But I like that you are thinking about things rationally, even though it looks like would love to get back together with them. You would love to get that text, that invitation, that message, that moment, that talk, whatever. But you are leaning towards a more rational, calm, clear, like decisive headspace, and you're thinking. And I'm very, very, very proud of you, because this really tells me that if the answer for you is to get over this person, then you absolutely have the power to do that with this King of Swords here. Like, you've got your conflict, your conflict is being laid out for us, and your head is winning. And this is what we want. We don't want you to necessarily think with your heart right now. It's your heart that sends the 15 texts without a reply. It's your heart that asks the person that broke your heart to meet up and talk. That's emotional. It's needy. It's emotional. But it's your mind that comes in and says, like, don't do it. It doesn't make sense. This person isn't worth it. They haven't proven themselves. Whatever, what have you. So really like this. And yeah, and I will say, just off this top line, I am proud of you. And whatever you do from here, we can end the reading right now. It would still leave you on the note of like, you are using your head. You're not lost. You're not so far gone on this that you can't even see what's straight. You've got a conflict and you're addressing it. So good for you. And this card, the light at the end of the tunnel it just makes me happy. Like, I will always go back to this card and be like, there's something waiting for you. It is waiting for your energy, your passion, your input. It's there for you. So, okay, I want to see in your kind of like innermost mind, how do you actually feel about this person? Like, what do they make you feel? And this is, this also might be quite revealing. So, okay, 5 of Cups is truly of loss and sorrow. The World, okay, that could be like an anything's possible. That could be a life is great, or it could be like we're all on this spinning wheel and what happens is out of our control. And then we've got the 7 of Coins, which is completely, to me, devoid of like a real romantic meaning. It's more of like, if you put the work in, maybe it'll pay off. So how does this person make you feel? Sad and out of control. I'm honestly going to say that. The World card is generally a positive card, but it also, the more I study it, it has a message of like, there's a karmic value there. And not karma like as in you deserve bad karma, not that at all. As in, it's just a sense of there's no control. There's someone else controlling this, and it's beyond your control, which is a feeling of ick. And another point to that being out of your control, you could do everything right. You could be the perfect counterpart to this person and make all the right decisions, not be this, not be that, or be this, be that, and it still wouldn't matter because this other person is essentially holding the cards right now. They're the puppet master, and you do feel lost, and this does make you sad. And I'm sorry to not attribute too much of a positive spin on the World, but I see it more as this like, oh my God, now what? And the World too is very much a card of like an ending and a beginning. It is the last card in the major arcana. So it is kind of the thing you would see before a door is shut. So maybe also a part of you feels like, in your gut that this chapter's closing, there's a big chance of that as well. So, and with the Seven of Coins, I just feel like this person makes you feel like if you work hard enough or if you do the right thing, it's going to pay off. The Seven of Coins is, you know, someone who does everything they're supposed to do and does it right. And the picture on here, I think, probably has something to do with like a sacrifice and like paying tribute to the gods. And I'm giving you this and I'm, you know, sacrificing this and it's going to pay off. And I really feel like that's kind of where you're at. And in other words, I don't think this person makes you feel, they make you feel, I think, out of control. Truly, the Five of Cups is a sad card. And they leave you, you know, the Five of Cups, there is a message on this card and the Rider-Waite-Smith. There are 3 spilled cups and there's 2 whole cups in the background. And a takeaway from this could be like, they don't even allow you to see what's good in your life. Like you're so over-consumed by them and things that revolve around them and your dynamic that you don't even see the good you have. I mean, you may have a pet that you love very much and you haven't even taken time to like really love on it or take it out. You may have family, kids that you're just not even like seeing in the same way you did last month or last week or whatever. I just feel like there's a lot of, you know, you may have your health and you may not, there's things that you're taking for granted on account of putting a lot of energy and focus on this one person. So already this does read like someone who's hurt. And I'm not trying to assess if you've been scorned or what made you hurt, if this person's toxic, if they cheated on you. Those points aren't even really interesting to me. All that matters is that you have a broken heart and we can see that you know, these details of your dynamic, they're not bringing you joy and happiness at all. So, okay, I'm going to turn over 3 cards and I'm going to ask Spirit, I want to ask, show me how you'll be happier without them. And I know, I'm just going to say this is a hard one because really, I feel like if you're still truly brokenhearted, you kind of secretly or not so secretly want this person back. You're not ready or you're not dying to hear me be like, and here's how you're going to be so happy without them. But let's just say here's how you're going to be happy and we can drop the without them. But I am asking Spirit, show me how you're going to be happy without them. So you can drop the without them and take the away, here's how you're going to be happy. But I am going to ask that. And I laugh because I'm trying to think of another way to word it. But this is a card, this is a spread, oh my gosh. This is a reading that is like supposed to pump you up and show you that you are going to be happy, period. Like full stop, you will be happy. I'm not trying to determine if it's with or without them. You will be happy. So let's ask Spirit how you're going to be happy without them. Okay, we've got Strength, great. Love it. These cards are so colorful. Oh my God, the Lovers. Okay. And 10 of Cups. Really very bizarre because probably, okay, I'm just going to start from the bottom up. 10 of Cups, one of the happiest cards in the whole deck. This is one of those cards, it doesn't matter what you ask if you get the 10 of Cups. This is a card of true bliss, of true merriment, of true coupledom, loved up potential. Okay, so I am not Spirit, and then we get the Lovers, and then we get Strength. I'm really not trying to turn this reading into why getting back together with them is going to be good for you. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to intentionally not go there. So I'm sorry for not reading it this way. It could be seen as a very strong message that if you guys did get back together, things could go very well for you. That is potentially a message on the table, but I literally asked Spirit, show me how you'll be happy without them. And I'm gonna read this in that capacity now, okay? Strength. It's strength. And so one of the meanings of strength is like, it's having this control. It's like you get to be the manipulator. You get to be the one in control. It's your world. If there's something that you want to put your hands on and kind of, I don't know, I don't have the words except manipulate and control. It's your world. This is your power. This is your time. So yes, I want to say that if you aren't with this person, you are going to feel like you can do whatever you want. You finally are going to feel like you have your power back. You are going to be completely empowered. The Lover's card, sure, it's a great card. It can also be a card completely about choice, about making decisions that empower you and make you feel like you are on top of the world because you made the right choice. This is very much a card of choice, and it can absolutely be a card of self-love. And even in this card, this woman is loving, she's got a beast, and this beast is kind of like this counterpart. It's not the perfect mate that she's holding hands with. It's not necessarily her Prince Charming, or not even necessarily. It's not her Prince Charming. It's kind of this, it's a picture of being happy in a way that you never thought you could be. It's finding something beautiful that you didn't even necessarily know was there. And this, you can replace this beast with a freaking paintbrush and a bottle of paint. You could replace it with a best friend and a glass of wine. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could replace it with the ocean. Like, to me, this card is you are going to be able to find happiness and feel so at ease and like you made the right choice in your own space and your own way. Okay, and then the Ten of Cups, completely and utterly a message that you will be happy. I'm, again, without this person, with this person, sure, both options are on the table here. They are. Both options are on the table here, but I chose to read it for you that if you aren't with this person, if this person doesn't want you back and isn't going to bring you back, or will only take you back if you agree to something that you're not down with, or if they're a chronic cheater or whatever, then you don't want to be with this person, and you probably already know that. And this is a message that, like, you will absolutely be happy. So I hope that helps you. I honestly don't know if I would have been, or I know there are times during my whole episode of very long-lasting heartbreak that this wouldn't have really spoken to me, but in the moment, but I do know that I would have thought on it. I would have remembered it, and then like fast forward one night in bed when I'm like crying myself to sleep, I probably would have thought of it. So there will be a point where this hits you and you're like, okay, I can be happy and I can find that thing that really makes me feel like it's my, what makes me feel whole? Because obviously this person right now is the thing that's been making you feel whole, and you're ready to move on from that and find something else that brings you that wholeness. So, okay, and strength is, it's such a bad bitch energy. It is very much someone who wants to be in control. It's not a card of like accidental, understated control. It's a card of just like, just very bad bitch. And yeah, don't forget that you are, because you are. Yeah, okay, so let me, I want to get some input from Spirit. I think I'm going to drop the tarot for the moment. Okay, let's see, where are we? Where are we on time? Oh, 20 minutes. Okay, yeah. I'm going to get some input from Spirit, and I am going to get a card that's going to show you in a personality, like, here's you in the very near future, okay? And again, what you do with your very near future, you could publish a book, you could propose to this guy, there's obviously infinite like options for what your very near future could look like, but I'd like to think that your very near future is you on this like healing path and doing what's best for you and taking care of you. And so this is the card I'm going to turn over. I'm going to ask Spirit, how does she see you in your very near future if you do what you need to do as the King of Swords to best suit you? This is what it's going to look like. And God, please make it a good one. Please make it a good one. Okay. So we've got, desert solitariness. And this isn't a card. This is not a card of like partying and shouting from the rooftops. This isn't even a card of celebration. This is a card of like ethereal beauty and luster. This is a card of, like, this is like a painting you would get at IKEA or something, because everyone wants to look at it. It's just bright, it's pretty, it's got that like ethereal feeling to it. It's kind of blurred out. It just looks like something so clichély happy. And it does. We have that solitariness. There is that you are going to look within. You are going to spend a little time in this very beautiful / sexy / aware state. And, you know, I get the meaning behind this card. I get the beauty in this card. And this was me. I did turn in quite a bit. I did go into like my hermit stage, which I think I'm still getting out of. It takes a minute, but I wouldn't change that for anything. Like I wouldn't, and it did. It made me better at everything. And I think it made me prettier. It made me more interesting. It made me sexier. It made me like so many things. But I also think this is a card of really taking care of yourself and just focusing on you. And in this space and time of just solitariness, you and solidity, I don't even know if that's the right word. It would be you kind of meditating on just visualizing your life, manifesting your future. This is you manifesting your future. Okay. And we're going to get a quote card from Spirit, and then I will wrap this up. I do like these quote cards because they are almost funny. I do think that this is when Spirit decides to inject a little humor into the reading, because sometimes they're just like off the fucking charts and they don't make any sense, but I pull them anyway. So we're going to go with one or two, and this is input from Spirit. This is how she's going to show you in a word that it's going to be okay. So we've got go for your dreams. Really cheesy, but I'm gonna take it because it is. And there's a lot of cards here. I don't know, there's like 50 or something. And so they're not all about going for your dreams. Like some of them have the most random messages. So the go for your dreams is actually a very, very sweet message. And let me tell you, like I said, going back to this, like there's something in you. There's a passion piece in you somewhere that you've been suppressing or that you haven't found yet. It is about to come out, and that is your light at the end of the tunnel. There is this fire, and you know what? This could come in the form of traveling. This could come in the form of baking, something artistic, someplace you go, and maybe you do it with a friend. I don't know, but there is a go for your dreams message. So if you've always wanted to start something or jump into something and you felt you never had the time, or you were always in a relationship or whatever, I would say truly now's your time. And Spirit's telling you that. And we're going to get one more because we want something less cheesy. Okay, so probably 5 cards in the whole deck have the Eiffel Tower on them. And I really want to state that they do not all have the Eiffel Tower, not even close. And this one says let go and enjoy. So I'm just going to leave it at that, because let go and enjoy is a pretty strong message. So yeah, however you want to interpret let go and enjoy, I'm going to leave you on that note. And I personally hope you can let go and enjoy, because I did let go and I absolutely enjoyed, not the letting go, that's definitely not enjoyable, but the enjoy, the enjoy does come. And for me, it came in reading tarot, and it came in this huge creative endeavor of starting a YouTube channel and reading for 10 people. Like, how lucky could one girl get? But yeah, I am very, very, very happy and very grateful that I am where I am and got over my broken heart, and it's still a fresh wound. So, okay, this is it. This is you. And if you want to study anything about this rune card, it's Kenaz, Kenaz. Oh, this isn't going to get you anywhere, is it? Kenaz. And if you message or leave a comment and asking for more information, I'll definitely send it to you. So, all the best to you on your journey. I hope you turn out very, very healthy and happy, and that things work out for you. Would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Goodbye. This is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. We are doing a reading for Heartbroken, ? This will help. And I sincerely hope this reading helps. From the bottom of my heart, I am so compassionate to anyone who is heartbroken. I'm just very sympathetic to you and what you're going through. So I hope this reading helps. I love this. I love anything dark and black. Black tourmaline. We all know white tourmaline. It's this thing right here. They're like the charging boards for crystals. I feel like it's such an all-purpose crystal, but anyway, and black tourmaline, I never even knew it existed, but it is, it's something everyone needs. That's what it says. And it's it could be your mood, it could be your aesthetic, but it's your card, that's for sure. And this is your pile. And I picked a rune card, to kind of get this going. And Iwaz is the card I picked. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Iwaz. I'm going to make it kind of quick. I'm just going to read for a moment. But, this rune card is associated with endings, but they say with any ending, there's always a new beginning. And not every rune card is about endings. This might be the only one. So it's a very interesting card to pick. Don't get too discouraged if you don't want your relationship to end. But okay, I'm going to go on just a little bit more. So this card is linked to strength and endurance, longevity, and the ability to regenerate from within. It's connected to the yew tree, which is also known for its strength and endurance and ability to regenerate. So there is a message here about be patient, just let them go and allow new life to take root. There's a lot here about rebirth and about transforming from the inside out and not fighting this process. It is if I were to read this whole passage, it would, this is my page marker. I have no idea what that is. Okay, so if I were to read this whole passage, it's basically like a message on how to heal yourself. It is very apropos. And okay, here we go. I'll probably turn to it. But first I want to say, before I get into this, I want to please ask you to subscribe, like, comment, and to please not be afraid if you're the first comment. I am just dying to see some comments and feedback. And so I hope this reading speaks to you. I hope it brings you some relief. I hope it makes you feel better. I'm not going to make this reading about whether or not I see your person and you getting back together. I'm really going to try to focus on just a message of what can help you. And this may actually take more of a theme of you, helping yourself and being stronger completely and utterly on your own. This card does make me think that you really need to look within for the strength. This is someone looking in the mirror. And I think it's going to come from within. I can't see I'm not trying to see if you're going to get back together or not, I guess is the message here. But okay, on with the reading. I want to see you. I want to see how you're feeling now. What are you feeling? What are you going through? And let's see you. I want to see what you're feeling. So we've got the 7 of Coins, 5 of Cups, and the Queen of Coins. Okay, so the Queen of Coins, Pentacles, one word I've heard given to this card is someone who can be codependent. However, I think that's the biggest negative. It is a very earthly, nurturing, loving, in tune energy. So much so that you want to take care of things and watch them grow, and you just love helping. That you can kind of depend on that union. That once your little bird leaves the nest and flies, or once something ends, you want it back so bad you kind of cling to it. 7 of Coins, I think, is absolutely putting work in, hoping for an outcome. And with the 5 of Cups, it's sadness, it's sorrow. It's so I think you put a lot into this relationship. I think you put a lot into it, and it just I think you've been either left. I don't know, dumped is such an old school term, but I think you've been ghosted, whatever. You're no longer with this person. And I think everything you put into it, all the nurturing, all the growth, all the investment of time, resources, whatever, I think have not paid off for you and actually are hurting you very, very much. And there's probably a bit of like adding insult to injury. You know, not only did you not get the reward of kind of being a part of the progress or being a part of that journey, now you're not even with the person anymore either. So I think there's this insult to injury piece as well. Okay, but I want to see how you feel. Okay, so now we're going to start getting into like how this will help, because I hope that this helped shed some light on something, but I do have to pull up something about your person just to give this context, and I want to see how your person makes you feel. And this is whether you realize this or not. Really, like how do you really feel about this person? Let's see how you really feel about them. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Two of Cups. Funny that came up. And the Knight of Coins. Okay. I'm taking a minute here. So the Two of Cups is definitely a card of romance. It is that emotional water card. It is you. Okay. How do you see this person? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna take probably like the next 8 seconds. Okay. Not exactly sure why I'm getting this message from these 3 cards, but the message I'm getting, whether it tracks card per card or not, is I actually think this person, from your perspective, from what you've been shown, and this might hurt, so it's just a message I'm seeing, okay? It might not be true, but I think you're seeing that this person really is ready for a relationship, really wants a relationship, has really expressed that to you. And for whatever reason, they don't want it with you. And let me tell you, I think this is really hard on you because it would be hard on anyone, full stop. But I think it's hard on you because they have led you to believe that it is going to happen with you, or that you would be the person that they would build that house with, or take that vacation with, or settle down with. I just get this vibe that they have really painted a picture of something, placed it in front of you, said, I want this. You, of course, thought that this would be something they wanted with you, and it's not. So if that's accurate, and if what I said up here is accurate, you're better off without this person, okay? You probably know that. I'm sure you know that. This is a card here. We're going to go back to this, the Iwas. This is a card of basically like finding your strength from within, letting go of this, moving on, finding your own bad bitch energy and like tapping into it again. It is just so totally a card of, okay, now it's time to move on. You're all you've got. This is gone. So now you really need to figure out how to work with you, how to find that strength from within. It's there. I mean, it is 100% there, but I think you've been like handed a raw deal, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for that. I may not sound like I am, but I am so sorry for that. I really think though now, this can't be the first message or feeling that you've gotten that kind of paints this picture. I firmly believe you know this in your gut. So let's move forward on the energy that like, this person is probably full of shit, or was so shady and untruthful and whatever, that you really do need to clear. I mean, this is like, you need to cut some cords. I wish I could tell you exactly how to do that, but it does make me think like you need to cut energies with this person. Get them out of your head. You no longer need to help them. You no longer need to nurture them. You no longer need to help build them up. And whatever picture they painted for you about the two of you guys, I really hope you can slowly start to erase those words and those images from your head, because they or from your consciousness, because they they're not serving you anymore. And I don't know your person, but I almost hate them, you know, like I don't hate them. I don't know them, and that's a bad energy, I guess. But I like one step below hate them, right? Because it looks like they intentionally deceived you. Or they just were careless. Okay. I don't know that they intentionally deceived you. That's incredibly, that was like a very accurate thing to say. And I have no idea if that's true, but I think they were very careless with you. Let's leave it at that. Okay. So I want to do 3 cards to show like how and why you'll be better without them. Okay, let's just get into that, because so far I don't know that this reading is actually going, if I've done anything to help. I just got nervous thinking like if anything made you feel worse, and that's so totally not the point. But I am shedding light, and I am showing you that this is absolutely the card to say you've got this. You have this, and you have it because you know this is, you know it's in you, you know it's what you need to do, you know it's where you need to be, you know you have that strength. And the willow tree, or the yew tree, which I think is also the willow tree, the YEW tree, it is that tree that's like those bendable branches that never actually break or snap. They're so strong, they're so flexible, they're so resilient, because that's what's required of them. They have to, I don't know if they weather storms or what they do, but they're that way for a reason. And I just feel like you've been through something but you're actually not broken. So it might feel like you're pretty damn close to it, but you're not. So let's get to, this is how and why you'll be happier without them. And we've got 6 of coins, the lovers. The same card came up in the same question before. Okay, 9 of swords. So I actually think I'm going to say, I think a lot more money. I think you're going to have a lot more financial resources without this person in your life. Whether they have been a drain on you financially, whether you've been supporting them, whether they're borrowing money, taking money, I don't know, or whether they've just consumed so much of your flipping time and energy that it's pulled you away from your work or your whatever it is that actually brings money into you. I think now, stepping away from all this chaos, all this energy you've been dumping into them, you're actually going to have a lot more money coming your way. And again, this probably means that you will grow within whatever it is you do. I just see success for you and growth and more money as a result of not dealing with this person's BS. I see this as a message that you will find someone else. This will bring another area of joy and passion into your life. It doesn't have to be a relationship. You could read this as a relationship if you're like wanting to think that another relationship would come into your life. But I know when I was brokenhearted, there was no talk of like another relationship coming into my life that brought me joy. So I don't even know that I see it that way. I just see it as like something else that brings you deep-seated satisfaction and passion and energy is coming your way. And look at that for however you want. This could be part of like money coming to you, part of like career passions. This could be just an artistic energy. This could absolutely be another relationship that you never in a million years could foresee yourself getting excited about right now. And who knows, maybe in, I don't know, I don't want to say like a short period of time, you will meet someone else that will derail all this. And it might not be the person you're supposed to be with forever, but it might be enough to distract you. And once we're distracted, then we spend less time thinking about this person. And then there's this whole amazing like upward spiral or trajectory that takes place where you're like, oh yeah, I just don't think about them that much anymore. Really, I'm getting over it. I don't think about them that much. Like that's, so yes. Okay. And then the 9 of swords, this is a card of anxieties and nightmares and just honestly being in a hellacial place. And this tells me you will be out of this state. If you look in the mirror right now and you have bags under your eyes and they're red and you look like hell because you're not sleeping, you're a fucking mess, not even a hot mess. You're just a mess right now. This will end. This will end. It's not your problem anymore. This person. And that's what's interesting is I think I just see in a weird way, part of the reason you're so into this person, part of your dynamic is you kind of allowed like their problems to become your problems. Like you took them on in a way where you just started like mothering them and caring for them. And I feel like you supported them in ways that was so above and beyond what any girlfriend, or I don't even know if you were their girlfriend. Maybe you were just a friend with benefits. Maybe you were the person that they say they'd want to marry one day, but never even like committed to. Like, I don't know what your guys' dynamic was, but you gave them so much more than what was warranted for your connection. And I don't mean to like insult what you did in any way. You just kind of fell under their spell, and you are clearly, I think you're probably very bright. I think you're very capable. You could probably run circles around this person mentally. So little things that maybe they couldn't handle, you jumped in and handled and did. And it felt at the time like you were helping, and it was so great. And they loved you so much for it. And now it's like, they're a fucking idiot. Like they're a moron. They are, oh my gosh. Like I think you're actually going to get over this person the more I talk pretty quickly. I see that here. I really see that something is going to snap for you where you are just going to, you're just going to be over it in the weirdest way, kind of the way you can like catch the ick from someone one day where like one day you can get enough of them and the next day, like if you smelt them, you wanted to vomit. Like that is almost what I think is going to happen to you. You're going to catch the ick from them. Even though you're not together, it's going to happen. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I ever was with that person. I ever liked them. I ever loved them, whatever. So I feel very strongly about this. And I think you're going to be fine. There's such a different energy here from the last reading. And the last reading had potential, obviously, for that person, or I hope it's more than one person watching this, to heal and move on. But yours is more of a bad bitch energy. And I just, there's something very strong about you. You're your soul healer here, and it will happen. I think it'll happen quickly. And it might happen when you look in the mirror one day and just be like, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to look like this. I don't want to feel like this. Or you might look in the mirror and be like, I'm so fucking cool. Like I'm hot, I'm this, I'm that, I'm interesting. Something's going to click. Just look in the mirror. Something's going to click and you're going to be like, nope, don't need it. Okay. And so I wanted to do one of these cards. These are like kind of fun personality cards. And I just want to see, this is, fun input from spirit. Let's say you leave this person. Let's say you move on. Let's say everything I'm saying right now is like getting you lit and you literally want to like be over this person. You feel differently just watching this reading. And that's not easy to do if you are heartbroken. It's not easy to, do that 180 and want to get over someone, because when you're heartbroken, you generally don't want to get over them. You want to find a way back into their hearts. But I do think that this is shifting for you. And maybe it doesn't shift in this moment, but I really think that shift is coming for you. So that's coming for you. And here's you when you embrace that shift. This is passion, the soul. And this should make you happy because you can't really feel passion when you're heartbroken. I mean, you can feel like a tormented artist maybe and want to put black on a canvas or something, but like you don't feel that like deeply soulful passion. Like, it's kind of like that one-dimensional torment, right? But this is passion. Like any torment you feel, any darkness, any soul destroying whatever, it's going to lift and you're going to feel passion. And it is, honestly, I don't want to make this about someone else, but I do think you are going to move on from this person so quickly that you might not even need the time to heal that you think you might need now, or that friends might think you need. And honestly, maybe this is a relationship where you meet someone else pretty quickly afterwards and it's like the best thing that ever happened, versus one of those relationships that end where you need like a freaking year to heal, which is the one I just got out of, or my year is over. I'm past my year mark and finally I'm ready to like date again and, you know, get out there, and like I'm finally feeling my own like passion and like soulful interest. So great. But I don't think it's going to take you a year. I mean, I certainly hope not. I think it's going to happen for you pretty quickly. And for some reason, I do think that you are going to feel passion in another capacity for someone else, in an exciting way. Anyway, I hope that makes you happy. But period, you do have passion coming your way. And if you feel blank and dark and like a black canvas right now, that will absolutely change. And I think that's going to happen for you soon. So we have these quote cards from Spirit. We're going to get 2 quotes from her to let you know, they're just, I don't even know. We're going to get them and we'll have an idea once we turn them over. They're incredibly random and sometimes of very little relevance, but I do enjoy doing this. So, okay, what does Spirit have to say? What can she say to help? And correct your mistakes, that's one. And make no judgments. So this definitely makes it seem like you played a part in this whole heartbreak. I don't think you did for some reason. I'm going to go to the make no judgments, and I'll make this quick because I can't even imagine what this means. They mean something though, so take them to bed with you, think on them. But I actually think the correct your mistakes, I think this speaks to moving forward. Don't do what you did here. Don't allow someone to take so much of you. Don't give so much. Don't be so open to helping so quickly, or because I do with the 7 of coins in this setting, I think you really you sacrificed a lot. I think you sacrificed a lot of your own resources, and it makes me think that you gave a lot away, too much, too quickly, and there's so many I don't know, nouns or adjectives or whatever that you could throw in there, but yeah. Okay, so correct your mistakes. Don't do that again. Don't. It got you nowhere, and it yeah, okay, enough about that. Make no judgments. I think this is for yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You are at a point, I think, where you're ready to kind of lift and come out of this heartbreak. I get a very heavy energy that you're like on the road to mending. And yeah, don't judge yourself. And you know what? Maybe even this person, don't judge this person. Just really let them go. Because I think they are troubled in their own way. I think I see them as being not that bright. And I'm so sorry because you are, I don't know. I'm going to end your reading here, and I hope this helped. I hope, like, beyond any, I'm not saying this reading was funny, but like beyond any like comedic relief that this might have brought you, I hope there was a message here that really showed you that you are actually going to move on and be fine, and that you're better off without this person. And we highlighted the reasons why, and sadly enough, I hope they track, because it would make moving on easier, and it just shows me that you're incredibly strong and capable, and I think with this 6 of Coins card, I think you have the resources to have some fun. You could definitely take a trip. You could really spend some time and money doing things that you really enjoy and get off on. And not that you're going to try to make this person jealous. That is not at all the point, but there would be that, I don't know, like throw it in their face element. But what a weird note to end on. I should not have ended on that note. That was not positive. Really, it's not about them. They're done. It has nothing to do with them. Erase them from your brain. Anyway, going to end it here, but yeah, this is you. This is your soul. You are going to be very, very just lit and passionate and fired up about something. You've got some good things coming your way. Okay. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever feels good, however you want to help me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. Goodbye. Hello, this is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for listening to my channel and for being here right now. I'm so happy for this reading. The title is Heartbroken, ? this will help. And yes, this is a reading for anyone with a broken heart. And I've said in the beginning of the past 2 readings, and I'll say it for all of them, like, I'm just very sympathetic to this. I'm very sad, and just, I'm so sorry for what anyone with a broken heart is going through. And I think almost anyone past a certain age gets how hard and tormenting this can be. So, I hope this reading brings you, I hope it helps. And I'd like to think the last 2 readings had some little, like, just message that will resonate. And even if it doesn't during this reading, maybe you'll take it with you, and it will, when you're ready for it, it'll help. But yeah, I hope you find relief. So, okay, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you like the content. If you like this reading or you have any feedback, please comment. Don't be afraid to be the first one to comment. Yeah, just, I'd be so touched, and it would mean everything. So, okay. To start your reading, I took a rune card, and this is So Willow. And this rune card is basically, it's the sun, it's connected to the sun. And the message that I got from this rune card, I'm going to read a couple little sentences, but I'll tell you my takeaway, and I think it might track. But they say this rune card is closely associated with the sun, and it's basically bursting with life, light, energy, and radiance. Illumination is a dominant theme here. And I think what I'm getting out of this rune card, and it goes on for a while, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. I think because of copyright, actually, I don't even think I could have read that little bit, but, okay, where am I going? I think you are someone who is just a little ray of sunshine. I think you are delightful. I think you are you are so cute, everyone wants to put them in their pocket. I think you're beautiful. You're like, I don't know what you're like, but you're like a unicorn. And it is easy for people to kind of steal your sunshine. I'm not saying you give it away too easily. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. That's really not the point, and it's definitely not even a fault. But I think for whatever reason, this person that is breaking your heart, they like stole your light from you. I think they left you with nothing. Like in if we're on the light, I don't mean like they, took your house and your cat and your car, but I think they just left you feeling so depleted, and they've kind of stolen your light. And just based off of this little description of the rune card, my feeling is that you need to move on from this person, that they are not serving you in any way. Could you work something out down the line once they work on themselves and don't take from you in the way that they have been? Maybe, but I can just get this picture that right now, you moving on and you doing you and allowing this person the space to see how they treated you, see their mistakes, see how careless they were, see how neglectful they were, and just quite frankly, see how like rude and selfish they were, and careless and all those things. Sure, maybe when they see those things, there could be a future for you guys. But right now, my gut tells me that you need to build yourself back up, because you're in a dark place right now. Like, literally, my God, I can never think of the word that goes on, like literally metaphorically. Anyway, okay, so I'll come back to this, and we'll probably turn cards over that highlight this, but this is So Willow, and if you want to look that up, it's a rune, and yeah, I just see you and your relationship and where you stand right now. It seems to be very apropos. And this beautiful little cotton candy card is Kunzite, and this is also you. Like, you're like pixie dust. There's something so lovely about you, inside and out, and I don't know if you love pink. Like, you will never ever catch me wearing pink, but I do love pink. I love looking at pink. I love like pink and black. And green. It's my favorite. So I'm going to put this here. Just this aesthetic makes me happy. But okay, I want to see this person in 3 cards, and this reading is not going to be about your person. It's truly going to be about you, and we are going to give you the insight that you need to get over this douche. Like, oh God, yeah. Oh, my dog might get noisy in a second. But yeah, I want to kind of validate all this so you can, walk with me on this little journey, by showing you who your person is. And maybe you know this about them, maybe you don't, we'll see. But here's how I see them and how I think you do too. Or not, this is a message from spirit. This is not how I see them. I'm communicating this. Okay, Page of Coins, the Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. There's no pause button, so bear with me. Okay, so the Emperor energy, I'm going to start here on the left. Generally, the Emperor energy needs to be balanced. It's someone who wants to be good. The Emperor is supposed to be a good person. There's someone, they could be like, at best, they're like a very stern and loving and consistently wonderful father figure. At worst, they're a freaking tyrant. I think your person right now is an out of balanced Emperor. And without that balance, they are a nightmare. And I will say this is just a side piece, and I hope I don't drag it out for too long. The Emperor, okay, so if I didn't say it, the Emperor wants to be balanced. And in the card deck, the Empress is the one that balances the Emperor. She comes right before him, and the whole point is they're this beautiful unit in perfect harmony, right? I actually think of you as an Empress. So first, that is like this vision I get of you. You might have blonde hair, you might not, it doesn't matter, but I picture this kind of like just luscious, earthbound beauty, right? There's something very earthy and beautiful about you, something very like sensual, very kind of like fertile, you're just this lovely, lovely human. And I really think that your person tried so hard to create this balance with you, and all they did was take from you. And honestly, it didn't balance them out. It made them worse. It made them more of all the bad things that an Emperor can be. So they never found their balance. And in turn, you gave them just about everything you had. So, okay. Page of Coins, to me, this is someone, oh my gosh, my dog, I love her so much, but the tip, tip, tip tapping, that they do, it's funny, it's cute. It's an immature energy. However, the page is probably the most mature of all the pages. The Page of Coins is probably more mature than all the other ones, but it is like this, I don't know, it's like your person wants so bad to be rich and wants to be a CEO and just really can't get it together, or they're perpetually in school, or I don't know, there's something like where they think they're like such a badass and they're actually not. They're just like, it reminds me of like an intern at like, I don't know, a law firm or wherever, like some great company where you would aspire to land at if you went to school for that or have always studied that. And they're just like stuck in this internship phase, or they're stuck in like the bottom rung and they just can't deal with it. I don't know. That's not really relevant, but I just don't see your person as killing it. I don't think they're killing it. Let's put it that way. And the Wheel of Fortune, I think they were a little, oh my God, there's like, so there's this like puppet master feeling to this, right? So not only were they the Emperor, and I'm just going to apply like a tyrant to this because they were out of balance and they were taking from you. I really think they made you feel very, very out of control, and everything that happened was on their terms, and it was if they wanted it to happen. And I really think they controlled and manipulated situations to benefit them. And why do I say all this? This reading isn't about them. It's about how we can help you and your broken heart, because it really doesn't paint the picture of someone you want to be with. And maybe you're not over them. Maybe you really still want to get back together with them. Whether that's true or not, this line here isn't someone you want to be with. There is a lot wrong with this. This is someone who doesn't even see where they're actually at in the world, doesn't even see the things they're doing wrong. They don't even, they're so far removed from where they actually are. They have a very inflated idea of themselves, and you are like, you've boosted them up, you've fed their ego, you've made them feel like a king, like an emperor. You have literally been the Empress, the dream girl, the dream partner, and they didn't even see it. I think they're controlling, and I think they could potentially be toxic. Can they change? Are you guys ever going to get back together? I honestly don't know, and I'm not even trying to figure that out. But right now, if this is who they are, you're better off without them. I'm just going to say that. And I don't know that that makes you feel better. There were so many points during my heartbreak where that would not have made me feel better. It would have made me feel worse. So I am so sorry if that message does not make you feel better. But there will be a point in time where you kind of hear those words, and it might be, mixed in with 50 other people's version of that same story, and you will feel better because you'll be like, yeah, I don't actually want to be with that person. You're right. So, okay, I want to know how this person makes you feel. How did they actually make you feel? And this might be insightful too. Okay, so how did they really make you feel? 10 of Wands, Knight of Coins, okay, and the Tower. So 10 of Wands is burden, okay? They made you feel, and it is, for the sake of this reading, I do like the picture. There is this skull on the ground. Yeah, I think they made you feel like you were almost being suffocated, like you had this responsibility to them, like you had to carry this weight for them, hence trying to build them up, trying to be the Empress, trying to always be that Empress energy, which I think you naturally are, but it probably became very burdensome, very tiring. And I don't know that you saw any reward in it. I don't know that they ever really thanked you for being that. I don't know that it got you anywhere, except they just wanted more and more from you. And once you step away from this, you can be this Empress energy for yourself, and everyone's going to get to see it, not just your person. Everyone is going to be like, oh, damn, she is so amazing, or he. The Empress energy can absolutely apply to a male. And vice versa for the Emperor and Empress. But I just feel like they're going to see you as just so like sexy and appealing, and not in a sex appeal way, like everyone's going to want to sleep with you, not like that, but in that like true, like je ne sais quoi essence. You are going to get your essence back. You're going to get your groove back. Like because that's part of who you are. You have that quality where, I don't know, people they like being around you. They like looking at you. They like talking to you. They like the way your mouth moves when you talk. Like you're an intriguing human. And I'm sure this is not skin deep. This isn't just how you look on the outside. There's a lot more to you. But it starts with people just land at, their eyes fall on you and they're like, oh my God, who is that? There's a power there. There's an essence. There's something there. And you have that. And this person really has like squashed it out. You're not on point right now. You're not this shining beacon for anyone or yourself. Yeah, so we want to get you back to that. But yeah, the 10 of Wands this was a burden. This wasn't fun for you. Knight of Coins, you always felt like you were a step above them. I'll put it that way. This is the Page of Coins, and so I think you always felt like you were really the voice of reason in the relationship. You were the one that knew just a little bit more about everything. You were the one that kind of set the direction, or said, hey, maybe we shouldn't rush into this. Maybe you shouldn't, I don't know, do this or do that. I just think they turned to you for like a guidance, which is so totally not what an emperor would do. I think they bossed you around and yet turned to you for guidance. I think they were a nightmare. And gosh, when this little curse that you're under lifts, you're going to be so much better. And I'm going to say with the Tower, I think secretly, maybe even subconsciously, you have wanted this relationship to crash and burn. You've been waiting for this. It has been such a drain on you that you're like, if this just implodes one day, I'll take it. So I actually think in some weird way, I don't want to say you manifested this because that might rub you the wrong way, but you've known that this was going to happen. You've kind of wanted this, and here you go. And good, like it is. You wanted it for the right reason. So I definitely get the feeling that this is the right like course of action for you right now, and you're exactly where you should be. And I'm sorry that equates to heartbreak right now, but that will pass. This is a temporary setting for you, and when it lifts, you're going to be a lot better. But yeah, I think you wanted this relationship to crash and burn. So good for you. And And it goes back to your strength and that sun, like the sun being like the piece of this card. The sun is so strong. It's so bright. It's all knowing. It shines a light on things. Like the sun knows. You knew. The writing was on the wall and you knew it. And you really didn't want anything to do with it. So good for you. Okay, I want to see... just how happy you're going to be coming up. Like what's in store for you? Like, let's get some good omen type energy. Like, what do you have to look forward to? And this is really what's on your horizon. So we've got the moon, we've got the 5 of Swords, and we've got the 6 of Swords. Okay, so I'm going to read this in my own interpretation. I'm going to take the cards as literally as possible, but the question was, what good is coming your way? So I think the moon is like, okay, there's this is like this card's sun and this is moon, and to say you're going to get this kind of moon energy. But the moon to me is like, there's this tranquility, there's this mystery. It's like you're going to get your essence back. And this literally goes back to this, like you're going to get your groove back. And I mean this in a way like that piece of you that's been lost or just like burnt out, you're getting that back. That you're just going to get your essence back. And I don't know why that card gave me so totally that feeling, but I do think you've been feeling lost. I do think that you're burning out. And maybe you really are burning out. Maybe you've been drinking too much. Maybe you're dropping weight. Maybe like you're not taking care of yourself or you're gaining weight. I'm not sure, but there's something about you that makes me think like you're fading a little bit. And I think you're going to get it back. And there's going to be a healing process for you, but you're going to be healing. This is also a card of healing. So yes, you're going to be regenerating. Let's put it that way. You are starting your regeneration. And and that's exciting. 5 of Swords, this is not a great card. This is a card of someone stabbing you in the back. This is the card of like mind games, and this is behind you. This is telling me like all that ick and weight and all the things that made you cry. I really think leaving this, you're not going to worry. You're not going to be tormented anymore. You can clear your mind and let it focus on things that have nothing to do with this. You don't have to solve this person's problems anymore. You don't have to worry about them. You are going to get back to you. If this was, even the picture here of this like Pharaoh crying into her hands is so totally this will be lifted. It's almost like this curse, this curse that you're under, it's lifting. You'll be happy. And the 6 of Swords, this is sailing off into brighter horizons. The Rider-Waite-Smith deck has like a rainbow over the water, I think. But this is smoother sailing, and you can see the water that's like rough here. You probably can't see this. I get that now. But this is rough water. This is smooth water. And it really implies like you are going on a journey. You're taking what's important to you. There's no room for your baggage here. You're not bringing your baggage. You're not bringing all your crap. You're not bringing this POS. Like you are literally taking the bare minimum and you're looking forward. It's a very exciting card of like beautiful change and leaving behind anything that did not serve you. Any chaos, anything like that is done. So I hope this helps. I'm going to spend a few more minutes on this, but I hope that this is meaning something, and I'm just going to let that fall because I was going to ask once you again step into this like, okay, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move forward. What does that look like? Who are you once that happens? And we got earth, we got home. And there's a bright light behind her right here. This could absolutely be the sun. Like you are going to step back into the light. And there's something about this card. There's such an earth energy to this. Like it's so, it kind of has that like goddess like quality of just, you're going to be back in tune. Like you're back, but there's a connection here to earth. There's an abundance to this card. Okay. This card, it's like, there's a fecundity aspect. There's just abundance, this greenery, this lushness, this the person on this card is just, they're so blissful. They're so calm. They're so happy. Like that feeling you get when you're getting a massage, like you get to feel that all the time again, because right now it's the opposite. You're feeling the opposite of the feeling you get when you get a massage, and you are going to like step into that feeling. And you know what? Maybe you should get a massage. Maybe you should start taking care of yourself. There was something about this card here that made me think you are kind of slipping on your self-care. And I do think that maybe getting a massage or like a pamper session or whatever you can afford to do, you know, if for you that's a trip to Greece and like island hopping, do that. Like treat yourself, take care of yourself, kind of feed that inner light, that like beautiful goddess inside, outside, give her something. So, okay, okay, we're going to get 2 cards from Spirit. These are quote cards. They're always a little funny. They're always a little off, but this is Spirit's insight to you. And I just want to say, this reading, it's like, I feel like it almost went quicker than the 2 readings before, because to me, there's a very clear message here. And we started it by saying like, yes, you are light, you are power, you have a gift. You have a gift of light. You impart light into people's lives. It's like you inject happiness into people. I don't know how you do it. And you know what? Not everyone does. Like, not everyone does the opposite and injects sadness into people. Very few people actually do that. Your dude might have, but let's just say not everyone leaves everyone around them feeling better after an interaction. You are one of those people. This is your gift, and it's your card to play in this world. And you need to find someone that doesn't that doesn't take advantage of that. And I think your person, they took advantage of it, and they tried to like cage you and control you. And and so you're gonna get back to you. And I just see all kinds of like beauty with this, and the kind of beauty where it's like, I don't know, I just see you like picking wildflowers or being so happy just swimming in the ocean or laying out with friends in the sun, like just simple pleasures. And you know, no matter what season it is, but I do happen to be doing this reading in summer, but this is a timeless reading. So, but whatever season it is, like you're just going to be able to get outside and enjoy those elements. And even if it's winter, even if winter isn't your jam and you're watching this in the winter, like there's something outside for you. I don't know if it's like enjoying the snow in some way, or like drinking hot chocolate outside by a fire with a dear friend or a hot toddy. I don't know, but, there's something for you out in nature. Okay, you're going to get your groove back. You're going to get your light back. You're getting back to you. And we've got 2 quote cards to just entertain or inspire. I'm not sure. Okay, so here we go. And this card like fell and I put it back on top. So it's really your card. Reassess, in a word. Okay, and claim your art. Okay, so we've got reassess. You are reassessing. This is such a funny word because I'm like, what the hell does it even mean? It means like whatever you're doing, do it differently. So I don't know what to say for this. You know you need to reassess. You are reassessing. This is why we're here. But Spirit wants you to reassess, or she doesn't want you to stop reassessing. Stick with it, okay? Claim your art, another funny one. And I always make the joke that like, I don't know if you have art in this person's house. If you do, take it, go get it. It's yours. Even if you don't think it's a big deal, that's yours. It's your art. But also this to me is like, this is your gift. Claim your gift. That whatever it is, that art inspires people. It makes them feel great. We said that you do that. I stand by that. This is your gift. This is your art to the world. You are like your own art. Claim it, take care of it. And you know what, this reassess, maybe it is like reassess how there's something about you need to practice more self-care here. There's something that you're doing that a piece of your like self-care regime is slipping. And I actually think this is a message to take care of you and build you up and like, find a healthier component to how you're living your life. But, I don't want to harp too much on that, but if that speaks to you, then absolutely, go with that as well. But I know you're going to heal. I know you're going to be better for this. I sincerely hope it happens quick because I want you to get that light back and I want you to just step back into it and, I don't love your person. I definitely don't love what you guys had or your dynamic. So as an outsider looking in on your reading, I'm not sorry to see this relationship end for you. And I hope that whatever you do moving forward, it's the right thing for you, and that you find your happiness and you heal your broken heart, and you will. So yes, that's my message to you. If you have any messages or comments to me, I'd love to see them. And I just hope you're on the road to recovery and everything goes good for you. So thank you so much. Goodbye. Hello, this is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and listening to this reading. This is one of my favorite readings of all time. The topic is Heartbroken, ? This will help. And this really is, it's anything that has to do with love and relationships is close to my heart, but anyone who's heartbroken, like truly in the thick of it, is just, I mean, I feel for you on every way, and I just want you to know it will get better, and you will heal, and you will move on eventually. And for me, when I was in this seat that you're in, I actually, tarot readings, I found tarot online, and they are what healed me. So I hope that this has the same effect on you, whether it's this reading or a accumulation of 500 different readings. I hope you get there, and you get there quickly. So you found this reading for a reason. This is your pile. We're going to get into it, and I hope it helps. Also, I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, comment, whatever feels good. And I'm just saying, please don't be afraid to be the first comment on the board, because at this point, I'm getting desperate. So, okay, here we go. Okay, this is tektite. This is when a meteor hits Earth and it creates this kind of glass ball. And it's interesting that this is your rune card, because I think there's a similarity here. So this is Hagawaz. And I want to read a little bit. Bear with me, it's not very long. This is the rune card of, it's Hagawaz. Hailstone, disruption. This isn't a hailstone, but it almost looks like one, especially more than the other ones did. And Hagawaz means hail or stone, and is closely associated with the unpredictability of nature, which can cause widespread disruption. It goes on to talk a little bit about that, but it says whatever disruption you are dealing with in your life is beyond your control. But what you can control is your reaction to it. And it says if you stay patient and you stay detached and you remain calm, you will weather the storm and may just find that the unwanted shakeup has given you an unexpected and liberating new perspective, insight, and direction. So I'm going to take a lot from that. I do think you've been hit by a shitstorm. I don't know what your person threw at you. I don't know what kind of left field it came out of. I don't know what they're on, what's going on in their life, but you did become a victim of it. And I'm sorry for that, because it makes it feel like not only, is your heart broken, but you probably had to go through, I just feel like you went through a bunch of shit on top of it. And I'm really, truly sorry for that. But knowing what you know now, this card is truly a card of strength. And it says, it highlights that you would never want to go back to that. You know that you were somehow thrown into this. I hate to say for a reason, because that's really easy for someone who's not in it to say, but whatever the reason is, however you landed here and this became your fate, you are absolutely going to learn from this, and you are going to move on from this, and it is going to make you stronger, and all those cliche things. Yeah, but now is your time. I do like what they say about like staying patient and staying detached and just truly moving on. And I think in this way, not attaching yourself to that storm, not giving this person's sheer chaos and destruction, not letting it like imprint on you, not taking it home with you, not making it your problem, your world, your life, your energy. Like it's like really, really taking an actual step away. Not just like metaphorically, but like actually stepping away and just kind of releasing yourself of this. And and something tells me that your person they're still in a storm. There is still craziness surrounding them. They are still tormented. I just have a feeling they are a real piece of work and a lot to deal with, and you are so much better for not having to deal with them. However, it doesn't change the fact that you're heartbroken. And for that, I am truly sorry, but I really think that you are going to be able to move on from this when you gain that insight and that relief, when you feel that real relief that you're not a part of their chaos. Because I think this is someone who burns bridges, who loses more friends than they make, who just can't follow through, who just rules through chaos and destruction. I could go on and on, but they are, if they come off as pleasant in the beginning, then they really aren't, and that is short-lived. So there's a lot I could read into just the more I look at that card and the more feeling I get off of it and that caption. So, okay, this is about how you're going to feel better. And I'm going to ask for a little like insight. So I do want to see, actually, I already think I know your person. Just based off this card, we'll get there. But I want to see how this person made you feel. Like, really, how did they make you feel? And this might be, maybe you're not even aware they made you feel this way. Like, we're going to look at this as like insight potentially. But yeah, how did they really make you feel? So we've got the Ten of Swords, which is a horrible card, mind you. This is a card of like, sorry, it's not funny, of complete endings, defeat. This is more of a death card than the actual death card. And the actual death card is like rebirth and regeneration and whatever. This is like the end, and then a new beginning follows 100%. But this is okay, anyway, I'm gonna get carried away. Okay, the Sun and Temperance. Okay, so when I see the Sun card here, the first thing that came to mind, because the Sun card is generally a very powerful message, what I felt was that this person made you feel like you were so lucky to be a part of their world, that you are, what a gift for you to just be around them and get to wake up to them every day or whatever. I really think this person made you feel like you were blessed to have them in your life. And maybe you didn't even realize they made you feel this way, or like tried to create this kind of, I don't know, mood all the time. But like, yes. And I'll tell you, the person who does this, they know they're doing it. It is a manipulative, controlling person. They absolutely know they're doing it. You don't always realize it's being done to you. You don't always realize that this person is like, wants you to think that they hang the moon and they light the room, and that when they're talking to you, you know, your whole world is just lit up. Like, but you do start to it's almost like it feels this addiction kind of, and you become almost addicted to them. Like, they basically try to get you addicted to them. That's almost what I'm trying to say in the weirdest way. Like, okay. And so Temperance, so what I get out of Temperance is that this is almost like balancing an addiction. This is the card of like internal balance and harmony. And I really think that this person made you feel like you needed to find a balance, and you probably couldn't ever find it. You felt like they were just consuming you or killing you or whatever. Like, you really wanted to strike a balance in this relationship, but you could never do it. And that is because this person did create this almost like addictive like setting for you, where you couldn't get enough of them. If they texted you, you were checking your phone 2 minutes later to see, or 2 seconds to see when that next text was going to come in, or when they were going to reply, or if you guys were actually going to go out, or when they were getting back from their vacation, like whatever. I just think that they made you feel completely and utterly out of control. And yeah, and the Death card, the Ten of Swords, could be, they were like slowly killing you. They were killing your soul and your spirit, and they were just draining the life out of you. So yes, that is how they made you feel. And maybe I'm wrong. Go ahead and tell me. But if I'm right, it's not like I'd love to hear that, because that's really fucking sad. But I get it, because this would have been my top line of the heartbreak I've since dealt with and been through and have recently fully healed from. But what a road that was, and what these three cards would have been probably the most appropriate for my situation. So I get it, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't enjoy hearing that message resonated. But just right there, if we ended the reading right here, I would hope that it would be a strong enough message for you to be like, yeah, I'm definitely better off without this person. Yeah, they're not doing me any favors. So I hope that's the case. Okay, so now we're going to move forward and we're going to ask, what are we going to ask? Because I don't even want to see them. I want to see, and I'm going to figure out something else to ask here, but I want to see what it looks like. I want to see how you're feeling right now, because I think you're on this cusp, this turning point. I think you knew this. And I kind of want to get what's going through your head right now. Like, what are you feeling right now? And something tells me it's going to be this like more positive message than you realize, because there is, I don't know. I just think you're like self-healing. There's something to tell me like, you know this. And I think there's a sense of relief in you that if you sensed it was there, it's more there than you realize. So I just want to know, even right now in this moment, like watching this reading, like what are you really feeling? Okay, so we've got 9 of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Hangman. So, okay, I really think that the 9 of Swords it's a heavy card. It's a card of anxiety. It's a card of nightmares. It's a card of like all those awful, tormenting thoughts. But I actually think in this context, you're feeling like you might be getting some relief from them, or you're starting to feel like all that anxiety that I felt, all that chaos, all those horrible feelings, like there could be an end to this. There could be a time in the very short future where maybe you could possibly see yourself starting to feel a little bit better, starting to feel healed. I really think that this, and even maybe this feeling, even feeling this alone makes you feel anxious. But I have to say that like there is absolute, there is like relief coming your way. And I think you know that. I really think you know that. You glimpse that. Ace of Cups, 100% new beginnings. This is, you are going to feel renewed. The cups are water, they're emotions, they're everything to do with like feel good endorphins. Like you are going to be inspired. You are going to get good and happy. Like happiness is coming to you. Okay. The water is a yin energy. It's of things coming to you. It's something washing over you. You are going to feel better. And you know what, maybe I don't want to toot my horn for this, but like maybe you are getting just the slightest drop or molecule of dopamine right now. Like maybe there's something where you're like, I don't know why, there's something to it. Just hearing it presented this way, or getting handed this little glimmer of hope or this little ray of light, like something just hit you where you're like, I feel better. Maybe not like you want to get up and dance, but you just feel like maybe for a second you could crack a smile kind of thing. And this is good. This is very good, because there is a lot more of that to come. And the Hangman, you know, this is I don't know what to do. I'm going to sit with it. I'm still not sure. I'm still kind of like, torn. Maybe there's a martyr element to this card where you are kind of you're wallowing a little bit, at which you do when you have a broken heart. I'm not telling you shouldn't. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing, but you are, or maybe you're aware that you've been in this too long. Maybe you're seeing that you've absorbed a little too much of this, and it's going to be time to kind of heal soon. I think this could actually be like a healing energy of you wanting to start repairing and healing, and like really taking the time to do that. I just think right now you're feeling hopeful. Yeah, and I hope that's true, because there's a lot here for you. And you know, I want to see you, because you're very strong and you're very capable. And this person made you feel like less than, and it's just fucking crazy. So I want to see you. I want to see you and all your goodness and everything that all the power you're going to step into in like a very, very, very near future. So I just want to see you, your strengths, your beauty, your power. We've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the World, and we've got the Ace of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is it is a coming in hot energy. Generally it's a card where I'm like, ooh, that's not a good card because it makes me think of someone who's like rushing. But this is you. You are rushing to feel better. You are like taking the world by its horns. You are unapologetic. You are very much doing whatever you need to do. This is you doing you. Okay. I don't know how else to say it, but this is not a wallflower. This is not someone who's like crying into their pillow. This is a almost selfish, hasty, no fucks energy. This is you. But in a very cool, fun, enjoyable way. The World, 100% exciting new chapters in store for you. And not just a new chapter of your life, not just like, oh, and then there's going to be a new relationship for you on the horizon. I don't mean it like that. I mean like a new you, like a new iteration of your life, you are evolving, you are shedding your skin. There is a new you right around the corner, a new episode, a new chapter, however you want to put it, a new freaking book. Like, there is something so new and exciting on your horizon that you never would have reached or gotten to without like kicking this POS to the curb. Like, you are you're doing you. And the Ace of Wands is, let's get more of these ace cards. These are new beginnings. Now, this is a card of energy coming to you and sitting back and taking it and bathing in it, hence that little hit of dopamine. But this is you doing something. This is you like fire, action, passion, doing. So if you found yourself stagnant, not moving a lot, not thinking a lot, not feeling a lot, not wanting to do a GD thing, this is you getting your passion back, getting your drive back. So you are going to be injected with passion, with energy, with movement, with momentum. Your mind's going to be firing. We've got the, my God, everything is just exciting for you. And yeah, I like the wands here. There's action here. There's a lot of action here. So I am very, very excited for you because I do think you've been stagnant, and I do think that you have been made to feel like maybe you're not, like maybe you need someone. Like, this person might have made you feel self-reliant or reliant upon someone else. They may have made you feel like you don't have whatever it takes or whatever you need to, I don't know, survive in this world or make it or get by or whatever. And you are so totally capable. And I'm going to tell you, there's something in you. There's this strength in you that I can't put my finger on. And it does have something to do with this like bad bitch on top of this car with an inside out umbrella, like literally enjoying the storm in a way. There's something about you that there's a power you're going to step into that you didn't even know you had. And it's literally going to come out because you went through this shitstorm. I know for me, when I got through my heartbreak, I realized some things about myself. I realized like hidden talents, just like certain passions and energies that I never knew were there. And they do say that people get their best inspiration comes post heartbreak. And I don't know if that's for everyone, but I feel like you're one of those people. Like, something is going to come of this that is going to really, really change your life. And that will turn into not only you looking and feeling like your best self, but like if you've been looking for that passion that drives you, that career path, that purpose, you're going to find that. And I really, really want to stress that. So if you've been feeling like lost or wounded, that is absolutely going to change. And I don't know, I see this strength, I see this action, I see this, just this movement. And it's going to make this person, I would not at all be surprised if it makes this person beg for you back, because they're going to be like so attracted to you. I'm going to say right now, I hope you don't take this person back. I hope you tell them to eat a dick. Like, I really, really hope you don't even give them the time of day. So whether you do or not, that's your card to play, but I hope you don't, because I think you can go very far and accomplish things that you almost never thought you could, because you went through this and you had this experience, and now you're going to step into a whole new energy. Okay, so I am going to get just a couple more cards, but they're fun and they're relevant. I want to see, when you step into this energy, when you decide, and it can be right now, it can be tomorrow, next week, whenever you're ready to be like, yeah, I'm doing this. Like, I want to heal. I want to feel that hit of dopamine. I want that. I'm ready for that. I'm no longer really like going to wallow in this energy. I'm stepping out of it. This is who you're going to be, and this is what you have to look forward to. So please be a good card. Okay, so we have purity, we have ice. This does look like a card of someone who's, you know, like in a self-induced coma or something, but that's not it. This is truly a card. There's clarity here. And this is a funny card because it's like, oh God, something about this horse, like this white freaking stallion running through the snow. It is so beautiful. It is so strong. It's so determined. I grew up with horses, and anything with a horse just like makes me feel alive. And there's this calmness too. There's this like assurance. There's something, oh my God, there's like this power. Okay. There is a power piece here, and I feel like you have to gear up for it. You have to want it. You have to meditate on it. You have to sleep on it. Once you decide that you're ready, you are going to come out like full force, and it is like a new you is going to be emerging. Like, this is you right now, sleeping, waiting, under the water, not sure what to do, don't even want to open your eyes, and you are going to emerge with so much fire, kind of like this elf on a horse right here. You're coming out guns blazing, and I've got to say, it is very, very, very powerful. I think it's an energy that you only would have found through this brokenhearted journey you've been on. And I think for that reason, this was your place. You had to go through this. You had to experience this, as awful and ugly and just heinous as it was. You went through it I see you finding like a life path or a life purpose out of this. And I actually see that turning into something that's going to have to do with like monetary success and gain for you. I see this turning into something like lifelong in a very good way. So I hope that makes you smile. I hope that gives you a rush of something. But yeah, it makes me, I'm excited for you. I can feel it. There's something I'm feeling. It's a very warm energy of like promise. There's promise in the air. I would just promise. That's all I can say. And that is a very, very strong message. Okay, I am going to take over 2 quote cards, and then this is going to end. And these are messages from Spirit. They're insight. They're fun. I don't know, they're supposed to be lighthearted. They're very rarely on track, but we're going to go with it. So this is what Spirit wants you to know. This is her message to you, and we're going to have fun with it. So love yourself, okay? And yeah, not all these cards are warm and fuzzy. They don't all read like this. So this is truly a message to love yourself. I think this person might have made you feel less than. They might have made you feel not so capable, not so bright, not so whatever. And I have a feeling that I don't know, it's just a message to love yourself, because you are so much, and you're going to knock everyone's socks off. Yeah. Okay. One more fun message for you. Think things through. And the think things through message to me is, I think you're going to have some kind of like motivation, inspiration, something to do with business, something to do with like, something's going to come your way as a result of this, and you're going to have to think on it. I don't know why. It just makes me think that there's going to be a process that you're going to have to think through, but in a very positive, exciting way, like the way you would contemplate an opportunity, the way you would contemplate selling your home or a contract or something. But I get that is the thing you would be thinking through. And to that point, I don't even think you're going to be thinking about this person much longer. I honestly think you are going to wake up in the morning and it'll be like 12 in the afternoon and you will have just realized you hadn't thought of that person. These kind of milestones are going to start hitting you where they just aren't even on your mind anymore because you're thinking about other things. Obviously because you love yourself and you're great, but you are going to be consumed with other thoughts, and that in and of itself is very exciting, because whether you realize it right now or not, getting over this person is your path to happiness. And if it doesn't feel like that right now, there will come a point in your very near future when you realize that and you really do start to get over them and you start to heal and you don't feel anything that you feel right now. But anyway, I wish you the best. I think you're very strong and capable. I think you have this like latent brilliance that hasn't been tapped into or developed, that you haven't shown yourself or the world, and it's there. And I just want you to know that. So yeah, and please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever feels good. I hope to see you again. I hope you feel better. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.